After talking about the most important festivals in Chinese traditional culture, let's make the contrast and the comparison between some other important Chinese and Western festivals. Number 1. Double Sevens Festival and Valentine's Day. China does have its own traditional Lovers' Day, though it is less popular or known to many young people now. In China, the Lovers' Festival is the Qixi Festival, celebrated on the 7th day of the 7th lunar month, which is often in August based on the Gregorian or solar calendar. So, it is also called as Double Sevens Festival, Qiqiao Festival. It commemorates a day on which Liu Lang and Zhi will meet on a bridge of magpies across the Milky Way. That legend, which can be traced back to the Jin dynasty, has been handed down for nearly 2,000 years. According to the legend, Liu Lang, a legendary cowherd who led a poor life, since he was driven out of his home by his cruel and evil-minded sister-in-law, and Zhi, the weaving fairy, who was said to be the youngest of 7 daughters of the Jade Emperor and the Queen of Heaven, fell in love and got married after Zhi had come down to the earth in secret. Liu Lang and Zhi lived happily together and had 2 children before the Jade Emperor found out the fact and ordered the Queen of Heaven to bring the weaver maid back to heaven. Seeing his beloved wife flying off to the sky, Liu Lang was so sad. Under the help of the magical cowhide, Liu Lang went after his wife with his 2 children and was able to follow Zhi into the heaven. But when he almost made it, the Queen of Heaven pulled off her hairpin to draw a line, which became the Milky Way, separating the couple forever. Since then, Vega and Elta are far apart from each other. However, the legend says that their faith and loyalty touched the magpies, so thousands of magpies came to build a bridge for the couple to meet each other, and the Queen of Heaven was eventually moved and allowed them to be together once a year. Their meeting day is on the 7th of the 7th lunar month. Compared with love stories in Western legends, the story of Liu Lang and Zhi, along with many other Chinese folktales, highlights that faith and loyalty instead of physical attraction and desire. Let true love last forever. Unlike the Western people often do on Saint Valentine's Day, Chinese people don't put much emphasis on giving chocolates, flowers, and kisses. Instead, in the evening, people sit outdoors to look up into the starry sky. And traditionally, girls prepare tea, wine, fruits, melons, peanuts, dates, flowers, and incense as offerings to Zhi, the weaving maiden, praying or begging for good luck, satisfactory husbands, health, babies, and happy family. Ancient poets composed hundreds of verses on Double Sevens Festival, such as Every February 14th, across the United States and in many other places, such as Canada, Mexico, the United Kingdom, France, and Australia, many people exchange cards, candy, gifts, or flowers with their special Valentine in the name of Saint Valentine. That day of romance is known as Saint Valentine's Day, or the Feast of Saint Valentine, which dates back to the 5th century and is a celebration observed on February 14th each year. A popular account of Saint Valentine of Rome states that he was imprisoned and put to death for performing weddings for lovers who were forbidden to marry because the Roman tyrant Claudius II considered that the reason why he couldn't get enough soldiers to join his military campaign was that Roman men did not want to leave their lovers or families. Believing the single men made better soldiers, Claudius outlawed all marriages and engagements in Rome in hopes of building stronger military power. Valentine, the priest, unsatisfied with the unfair decree, decided to disobey Claudius' orders and continued to perform marriages for young lovers in secret. Then he was caught and put into prison after Claudius found his disobedience. According to legend, during his imprisonment, he healed the daughter of his jailer and fell in love with her. On February 14th, before his execution, he sent a love letter signed "From your Valentine" to his love as a farewell. So, in memory of Valentine and his heroic deeds, February 14th has become Valentine's Day since then. In addition, there is a coincidence that during the Middle Ages, it was commonly believed in France and England that February 14th marked the beginning of birds' mating season, which made that day more related to romance. On that romantic day, gifts like roses and chocolates packed in a red satin, heart-shaped box are often sent to lovers, family members, children, friends, and even teachers in the Western countries. Also, cards are a good choice too. In the past, it was common for people to exchange small tokens of affection or handwritten notes. Now, on account of faster developments in printing technology and cheaper postage rates, about 150 million ready-made Valentine's Day cards are sold and exchanged yearly, making Valentine's Day the second largest card selling holiday after Christmas. In English literature, there are many verses contributed to the popularity of Valentine's Day. For instance, it is mentioned by Ophelia in Hamlet. 2. Hungry Ghost Festival and Halloween. In Western culture, there is Halloween. In Eastern culture, there is the Hungry Ghost Festival. As one of Chinese traditional festivals, the Hungry Ghost Festival, also known as Ghost Festival, Half Junai, or Zhongyuan Festival, usually falls on the 15th day of every lunar Junai. It is closely related to Buddhism and Taoism. In ancient Chinese folk culture, Chinese people believe that lunar Junai is a month for ghosts. During this month, the gates of hell are opened, releasing hungry ghosts that are believed to be ancestors of those who have forgotten to pay tribute to them after they had died, or those who were never given a proper ritual for their death to roam or wander on the earth so as to search for food and take revenge upon the people who wronged and maltreated them when they were alive. So people offer prayers, food, and drinks to their deceased relatives, burning incense that stands for prosperity in Chinese culture, and jars paper, which is an offering to the ghosts and only valid in the underworld. People would also burn other offerings, like paper houses, cars, televisions, to please the ghosts and appease the restless spirits. Meanwhile, people light up lanterns by the roadsides, floats a lotus-shaped paper lantern with a light or candle at the bottom on the river or near the sea. The lanterns serving as guiding lights which might bring comfort, appeasement, and warmth to those wandering, restless, and homeless ghosts, are used to help the ghosts find their way back to the underworld. In the meantime, in order to help souls enter the heaven and relieve ghosts from suffering, some grand rituals and ceremonies are staged and performed in temples in the afternoon or at night, as it is believed that the ghosts are released from hell at sunset. And on the 14th, on the offering table, a large feast is served to honor family ancestors, and the fresh fruits and sacrifices are often displayed on family altar of incense. On the following night, these feasts feed the hungry ghosts so that they would leave the living alone and help people ward off misfortune, intrusion, and bad luck. Besides, other various activities for ancestor worshipping are also held everywhere, so as to pray for releasing deceased ancestors from suffering, adding fortune and longevity to all the people alive, and for their ancestors to bless later generations. They are all under the theme of remembering and honoring dead ancestors and relatives, pacifying the hungry ghosts, the ghosts of strangers, and the Jiangdou or unknown wandering ghosts. Today, the Hungry Ghost Festival is a grand folk festival with cultural rituals, which is also for filial piety, forgiveness of sins, respecting parents, honoring the elderly, and blessing the people. So, it is not only celebrated by Chinese people, but also by people from Malaysia, Singapore, North Korea, Japan, and so on. Halloween, as a secular and a religious holiday, which is often associated with the colors black and orange, is celebrated by Americans on October the 31st. Halloween activities are often characterized or marked by wearing costumes, throwing costume parties, bonfires, trick-or-treating, pranks, and carnival-style events with spooky elements. Americans often consider Halloween a fun festival, so there are many songs about it. For example,